distance, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Winston to throw it this time. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
But he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of you.
And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. To play in a tightly contested first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back to Southern California after this. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Detroit. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Fielded just inside the 30. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
Play fake. Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On third down, Winston. Hard throw, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue, leopard.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is knocked down from the side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they try the right side here. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chargers getting set to go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Back 99. Set. Green, 39. Leopard.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Back to throw now on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Abbrederis taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we'll put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Halfback sent in motion. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Jameis now going to run the option to the right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now a second down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He's back to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
change here, going down back at the 28. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Corey Legion in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media.
Oh, I hear you guys talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there. We got a big game on Sunday.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited. We're only scratching the surface of our potential.
Hurry up, here we go.
This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're going to get to that next level.
All right, gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in, we've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we gotta execute to win.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Now let's go! Green 39! All right, here we go.
All right, gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Football's a simple game, but you keep making these silly
Now let's
mistakes.
go! Green 39! Green 39! Here we go now! 319! 3! Set! 319! Hurry up, hit me! Now let's go! Hurry up, here we go! Here we go now! 319! 319! Now let's go! Now let's go! Set! Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Here we go now! Green 39! Green! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Set! 319! 319! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Now let's go! 319! Now let's go! 319! 319! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
All right, man, bring it in tight, bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best practice of the season. Not a single minute.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Vikings coming in at 5-3, going up against the Bears, who come in at 4-4.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. first carry now for Jordan Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. They go with Howard again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. Onuna's got it. Complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st and goal, Howard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and goal to go now. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Bridgewater. And incomplete to open things up. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Here's Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Forward.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Handoff comes to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. They find some open field here. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Left side caught by Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Murray. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over there. Let's go. Dagger. Single. Fourth.
Second down, Bridgewater. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Bridgewater. It's caught by Treadwell. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
First and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Devon Kennard able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Bridgewater now on second down. Letting one go deep. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Here's Trubisky to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. On first down, they run with Howard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And some room to maneuver. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So it'll be first down here after the run. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Play action now. Bridgewater rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run here. It's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, line there. No, check, Patriots.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. It sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. You know, are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they get to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Bridgewater to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the offense has it first and 10. They run it with McKinnon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Throwing is Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Bridgewater on first down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. 23 yards on the play. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And out now come the Vikings. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A toss to Murray. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
McKinnon. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. A strong running. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Let's go. Wide 80.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On third down, Bridgewater. And incomplete here on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And this one is right down the middle. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On second down, Cook. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Bridgewater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Trubisky staying on his feet. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup there of 36. And it'll be a Chicago first down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know this.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ben Gideon in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Here's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
After that throw, it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it left side with Murray. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Bridgewater here to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw. Flushed out right. And he's got a noon one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Trubisky to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week.
Bye.